Welcome back to the show. Now, what happened this week? We sent her to the flower show, and I should be laughing because you are off the charts funny.
Well, I had a great time. They had so many beautiful exhibits, and they had so much fun stuff to like have a good time, you know, make my jokes and do my thing. And so I really did enjoy myself. And I learned so much about gardening and what plants to use and which grass grows here and there. And it was great. And
the question should be, will any of that advice that went in here end up in your garden?
No.
No.
No,
I have another question because I know you love flowers. I know you love flowers, and I know Valentine's Day was a little while ago. But
yes.
Did your husband bring you flowers?
Yes, he did. But I told him not to.
Trap! What are you talking about? How could you say that?
I know, because I really meant it. I meant it because flowers are like triple the amount. I mean, if you buy flowers on Valentine's Day, you're buying like 6 dozen roses,
like you appreciated it.
I did, but I really wanted to go to the spa. I was like, dude, save the money. I want to go to the spa. And no diss to the flower people. But I said, let me use my money the way I want it. We've been married 12 years. But dating, you have to do the flowers and the candy. And don't short the candy, dude. Don't short the chocolates.
Well, I saw some of the flowers at this show, and I think I could win the love of any woman if I brought an arrangement like you got to see.
Forget about it.
Now, did you see my friend Denise Caffrey there?
Yes, I did.
She's the head of this flower show, which was one of the biggest international flower shows anywhere.
Yes, she was the boss, and she was on top of it, and she was so knowledgeable, and she was absolutely great.
All right, well,
I enjoyed her.
We'll see what happened when Tina went to the Southeastern Flower Show.
I am at the Southeastern Flower Show, and I have the beautiful Marie Antoinette, but I have another gorgeous lady who is the lady in charge who's going to tell us more about the show.
Well, this year's show is the French Experience, and the French Experience can cover Mediterranean things. It can be historical French things. Anything that smells French or tastes French is here at the Flower Show. And our tagline for the show is C'est magnifique. And we think it is really delivering this year.
Well, that sounds great, and I cannot wait to see the rest of the exhibits. And merci beaucoup, and let's go take a look. Well, I tell you what, out of all the things I've seen here, Paradise Concepts has won the fountain of youth for me because we got wine flowing like water over here, and this is my absolute favorite exhibit. Now, talk about a picture that just jumps right out at you. And let me tell you, Picasso, eat your heart out because it smells delicious. I'm sitting here with Bruce. He's from Pike Nurseries, one of the most recognized names in the gardening industry. Bruce, thanks so much for joining me today. Tell me about this fabulous exhibit.
Well, we've got a lot of interesting plants. Now, because we're in the Mediterranean, okay, you got to remember, we've moved to the Mediterranean. So we have a lot of foliage plants, and that is one of the hot gardening trends of the current age, is using foliage plants, which would normally grow in warmer climates, in your landscape as annuals. So he's showing people how you can incorporate annuals and what you would think of as houseplants in your landscape.
Oh, so you mean all the really pretty greenery stuff. Is that what foliage is?
Well, the large leafy foliage with the philodendrons, with the ficus here, with the variegated gingers, those are actual tropical plants that we use in the landscape, but you've got to bring them in the wintertime.
Doesn't this exhibit just make you want to meditate, just makes you want to connect with the universe and ask those unanswerable questions? May me mama moo. Will Conn ever really get a date? What did you say? I think the universe said, no way. Even the fish in the pond are flapping and bubbling. No, 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 it's not going to happen. But I tell you what, if you want a beautiful, fabulous, enchanting garden like this, you have got to find the Allen Landscaping Company, and that's A-L-L-I-N. This exhibit has won all of the best awards, Best in Show, Buckley Medal, the Cramden Trophy, and we are going to meet the designer, so follow me. You have so many awards, I couldn't even count them. I couldn't even say them all. Tell me about this fantastic garden that you built.
Well, the garden, we're using the theme of France. We broke it up into 4 areas. The front area right here, the green space, is like as you're walking up the garden. We got the sunflowers and the tulips, osmanthus. We got some shrubs to mix in there, and the weeping Atlas cedar to kind of give it some accent. And behind us, the bridge, the bike riders, they're topiaries. There's the plants growing on it. The theme of France is the yellow jersey. Well, that's where we pulled that off. And as you go towards the house, it's the architecture, the structure, and the plant material we use there to kind of bring out that theme. And then the final is the potager garden, the kitchen garden that's over the side there that's got rosemary and herbs, and there's some flowering roses, true French roses. So we tried to pull all those together and bring in the theme.
What is the one thing that you would tell people that the biggest mistake that they make that they just have to know?
Spacing. Underestimate the space of what the plant will be long term, or put it in the wrong spot. If it says full sun and you give it a little bit of sun, it doesn't grow well. You really need to pay attention to those 2 things.
So are you here in Georgia?
Yes, we are here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, can you come to my house? That's what I want to know.
Have truck, we'll travel.
Well, as I lounge here at a New Leaf's design, I am wondering who is going to bring me some grapes and some wine. I mean, Conn, can I at least get you fanning me with a giant leaf? Help me, somebody. This is New Leaf. Get me a leaf. Thank you.
I don't got no big leaf. And if I had grapes right now, I'd be like, poing, poing.
You're a little late.
Yes, my Royal Highness.
Yes.
What was this Beethoven reenactment?
I was jamming. You didn't notice I was jamming. We cut out the sound.
And that,
because I was
what was
playing
the
that
flower,
game.
the wine fountain there?
Oh, forget about it.
You would have brought like your whole collection of glasses there going, oh, fill that one up for later and this one.
Let me tell you, that was my favorite exhibit. I was all about that wine fountain. It was
I loved it.
beautiful.
You had that French theme, and they had the Tour de France, bike riders and
Oh,
flowers.
but
and
wait a minute. The dress on, what is her name who lost her head?
Marie Antoinette.
Yes! I can't remember.
You're going to lose your head if you don't remember that. Come on, girl, get with it. I think you had too much wine out of that fountain. But special thanks to the Southeastern Flower Show for hosting us there, and a special thanks to Devin and Michelle from Edelman for being our great hostesses. We've got plenty more, including our big surprise when we come back. Thank you so much for watching. Are you tired of negative news? We are.
And that's why we're creating a movement.
By keeping it real.
With what you need to know.
It's more than what's happening.
It's bringing hope back to our lives.
So go to conntv.com and join our movement.